So we met in a rehearsal room, you know, had to rehearse the songs.
Yeah, we just got straight into it because you were kind of running late from work, and then we had like the rehearsal space for such a short amount of time. And then I just remember you coming in, you were being so apologetic, and I was like, I've never met like a musician who is like, guys, I'm so sorry, you know, like to the whole band especially, which is, I was like, man, and then after that first song we played together, I just remember you were like, guys, what the hell?
Yeah.
And then that was like kind of the moment where I was like, oh, this is going to be, like, I definitely want to play.
The first session that I had with Jazz was also the first session that we were playing with a new bass player as well. So kind of 4 of us were all meeting
For the first time.
For the first time-ish in that scenario. And we all just kind of got on really well. I saw you play at the Lansdowne with Coconut Cream during lockdown, and I think there was only 50 seats. They were only allowed to have 50 seats in the room, and it was seated and I was at a table. And it was, for me, it was the first time I was meeting my old housemates, and we all were like, let's all meet and go and watch this Coconut Cream band. I was like, oh, sick.
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, I hadn't heard of you.
Yeah.
But I was like, when Jess showed me your music, I was like, sick. My parents put me and my siblings all into piano lessons when we were 4, and then up until we were like sort of late primary school and our teacher left, and then I started getting into guitar because my dad plays guitar, and then I got bored of guitar and I was like, I want to learn drums. And my dad was like, are you sure about that? Like, 1, it's super heavy, 2, it's expensive. and then I was like, no, I just want to bang on some drums. And then that's pretty much how I got into drumming. And I had a great teacher in high school. He's probably the main reason why I decided to choose music as a career, because he really nurtured like our relationship and my, I guess, musicianship. But he was the one who was like, I think you should apply for the con, and I don't think you should care what anyone else says about that.
I think I got into singing before I got into playing an instrument. Of playing music would have been back when CD players were a thing, and I think my dad gave my mum the Missy Higgins Sound of White album for Christmas, and I just remember sitting down, putting in the CD player and just reading through the lyric book at the back that you'd get in the CD case, and just going from start to finish on the album, basically just karaoke. But then as time went on, I think I kind of realised that if I wanted to be a singer, I also kind of had to learn an instrument just so I could accompany myself. So then I started with piano, but then I kind of started to feel a bit like a chore, so then I went to guitar, and yeah, now I basically just use those instruments as an accompaniment, and singing is definitely my main thing.
Generally, you make people quite comfortable. Like, I felt comfortable already just talking to you after first, second rehearsal.
This is very nice.
Yeah, it was something about me, and I think everyone says it, like, you're just really calm. Like, you speak really well, you never, yeah.
I think as a solo artist, I'm just so grateful for these guys for rocking up. Like, you are doing me a favour, basically. So I'm like, anything, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm just grateful that you guys are helping me, so I'm trying to be as easy going as possible.
Yeah, I mean, it's not helping. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I wouldn't hop on a project I didn't like the music for, so.
I think for me, what I immediately liked about jazz, I would say you're high energy in the best way possible. I would say as well that we could talk about all sorts of different topics. So like we could go down a rabbit hole and talk about something, or we could talk about something political, or we could just talk about like where'd you get your shoes from, I love them, can you tell me exactly where you got them and how to get that price or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get down to the details.
A lot more, but
yeah. I think there's definitely pros and cons. Even though I would love to experience what it's like in a band, I can see there's pros and cons.
Yeah, totally.
A lot of, sometimes
it's compromise. It's a relationship. You're married. Yeah.
Now that I've seen so many bands play, and I'll speak to them after, and they'll say things like, "Oh, we stuffed that up," and I'm like, "No, I could not tell." And I'm like, if that's what I feel like as an audience member, I'm just going to take that approach when I'm also on stage. Yeah, it's just more complicated creating music. So I think that it's easier to enjoy other people's music.